one time. Okay, so what you need to do is prioritize how you're making your moves. Okay, because if there's confusion about what needs to get done, if there's confusion about priorities, if you have competing demands, it can eat up your energy. It can eat up your bandwidth. All right, and that's why you're confused in this messy part of it all. So in order to help you get past the messiness and the cloudiness, I am telling you that you have to prioritize. But without any further ado, I'd like to jump into our fill up with Fran this week. This week, I would like to give you 4 things that you should do when you get in the middle of the mess, okay? Anyone who's chasing a dream, anyone who's going after something or looking to make a change in their life, you're going to get into some messy stuff. Hey, what's going on? You're going to get into something messy. It's going to get messy. It's not going to feel great all of the time. If you are pursuing a dream, if you're going after something, I want you to know, which I'm sure this is no surprise to anyone, but you're going to have mess, things that get messy. So I want to give you 4 things to do when the mess happens, because the mess will happen. My dad used to say it like this. One of the Murphy's Law says anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Now, I don't necessarily want to claim that in my own life, okay? Amen. Anybody. I'm not running around here trying to look for the things that can and will go wrong, but what I will say is that it is normal to expect that there will be what is called a messy middle. Something is going to happen when you get in the middle of things. You might start to look around and go, "Oh, this doesn't really look like what I imagined." I want to give you 4 things when life gets crazy and in the middle of your dream, in the pursuit of your dreams, things get messy. All right, thing number 1, remember why you started. Okay, because again, things are going to get messy, especially as you get in the middle of the thing. Okay, anybody ever baked a cake before? What do they tell you? They tell you to take a toothpick and stick it in the middle. If it's done in the middle, that means the whole cake is done. All right, so when you get to the middle of your dream, recognize that, it's gonna be messy until it's done. All right. And so I want you to remember why you started, and then be honest. Give yourself an honest assessment if you need to make adjustments. Okay. This doesn't mean that just because things get messy, here you go adjusting things and fixing things and trying to come up with a plan B and all of that. But you do have to be honest about whether or not you need to make adjustments to your first plan for how you would get there. So we might not be changing the destination. We're not changing the destination. We may be changing the methodology with which we use to get to the destination. All right. But we have to be honest about that. We have to give ourselves an honest assessment. But first, we have to remember why we started. The first thing you have to do when things get messy is remember why you started. Okay. And then once you remember why you started, now I can make an assessment about whether or not I need to change my methods in order to get to that end. All right. So that's the first thing. Remember why you started. Number 2, determine what needs to happen now, next, and later. Okay. What am I saying there? When things get messy, it's really, really important that you hone in on the skill of prioritization. Okay? Because a lot of times when things get messy with us, when we're chasing our dream, it's because our head is over here. We doing this thing over here. We're trying to do too much at one time. Okay? So what you need to do is prioritize how you're making your moves. Okay? Because if there's confusion about what needs to get done, if there's confusion about priorities, if you have competing demands, it can eat up your energy. It can eat up your bandwidth. All right. And that's why you're confused in this messy part of it all. So in order to help you get past the messiness and the cloudiness, I am telling you that you have to prioritize. And I like to prioritize using 3 buckets. What do I need to do right now? What do I need to do right now? What should have been done last week? Like, tell me the things that have to be now. My fiance jokes with me a lot, and she says, shiny things. And anytime Kelly says shiny things, then I know that I am distracted. Okay? That is her way of letting me know that I am distracted. All right? And so you have to prioritize what has to happen now. And then you go to what should happen next. Okay? Sometimes this could be about momentum. Sometimes you can get one thing done, and because you got that one thing done in this area, it just makes sense to keep going in that area. You have to figure out what happens now, what happens next, and then the things that happen later. Okay? Don't be like me. Learn from me. Learn from me. Don't get distracted by the shiny things. Okay? Our frustration when things get messy while we're pursuing our dreams has a lot to do with the fact that we've now become infatuated with shiny things on the way to the main thing. All right. The third thing that you need to do when you get to the messy middle as you're pursuing your dreams, you need to keep the main thing the main thing. Okay. I don't know if anyone's ever been guilty of this, but have you ever had one thing that was the main goal, and then on your way to the main goal, you picked up 4 or 5 other little things that you thought was gonna help you maneuver and get this way and get that way, and then get to the main goal eventually? Has that ever happened to anyone? I can tell you I can give you a couple good stories about how I started off with the intention of doing one thing. And then before I knew it, I was off doing other things thinking that it would help me get there. I'll give you one example of it. And please, if this is your story, listen to the God inside of you. Don't listen to me. I'm just giving you an example, okay? But have you ever been talking to someone who's like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an artist, I'm an actor, I'm this thing, right? And then they say, I quit my job because I want to focus on this. I want to focus on acting. I want to focus on being an entrepreneur. I want to focus on this thing because this is what I am. And then a couple weeks later, when you see them again, you say, hey, man, how's that thing going? Oh, man, it's going good. I'm out here getting my hustle on, man. I'm driving Uber. I'm doing Uber Eats. I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking pictures. I'm picking up cans. Listen, I love a hustle. I love that hustle spirit. I love that hustle spirit, but don't let the hustle spirit distract you from the main thing. The main thing has to remain the main thing, because otherwise, what do we go quit our job for? Okay? What we go cut people off for if we're only going to fill the time up with doing things that aren't the main thing? Okay? So the main thing has to become the main thing. So when you get in the middle of the mess, okay, as you're pursuing your dream, you might need to take a second and pause and ask yourself, is the main thing still the main thing? Is the dream still the dream? Okay? Because if it's not, then that's part of the reason for the cloudiness and confusion that you might be experiencing. Okay? So when you get in the middle of the mess, you don't have to apologize. Welcome. Okay? When you get in the middle of the mess as you're pursuing your dream, make sure that you are in alignment with the main thing. Okay? Every action that you're taking, when you're in that place where you're cloudy and you don't know what's happening, or you don't know how to make a decision because things are messy, you need to make sure every action at that moment is mission aligned. Every step that you take should be completely aligned with your mission, with the main thing, with the goal, with the dream. And if it's not aligned with the goal and the dream, if you do not see a direct path from where you are and the thing you're about to do to the main thing, then you don't need to do that thing, because that is what I call a distraction. Okay? All right? So again, if the main thing is for you to be an entrepreneur, okay, and again, listen to the God in you, okay? If he's calling you to do that, or she is calling you to do that, follow that. But I'm just giving an example. If you are an entrepreneur and you have a 9-to-5, your thing doesn't necessarily have to be, I am quitting my job so that I can go pick up a whole bunch of side gigs, okay? Because you didn't earn yourself any more time. All you did was create another job for yourself. Okay, so I want you to make sure that in your maneuvering to get to freedom or the goal or entrepreneurship, you don't create more distractions for yourself, more obligations for yourself. Okay? Make sure that the main thing stays the main thing. If you want to write a book, writing blogs is great. But don't let the blogs distract you from writing the book. Does that make sense to everyone? Does that make sense to everyone? All right, cool. I'm going on with it. All right? So again, when you get in the messy middle and you have to really, get clear about some things because you got a foggy brain because things are messy and not going the way that they should be going, you need to stop and take an assessment and ask yourself, are the actions that I'm taking right now aligned with the vision? Aligned with the mission? All right, here's number 4, okay? And I'm going to do a recap. Here's number 4. When you get in the middle, when you get in the messy middle, when you're in the pursuit of your wildest dreams, and you get that foggy brain because you can't really make a decision and things are not going the way you want them to go, here's the 4th thing I want you to consider doing. I want you to consider getting a thought partner, okay? I want you to consider getting a thought partner. Now, let me be very clear. Beloved, listen to me, okay? Everyone cannot be your thought partner. And I would even say that those that you tend to vent to are probably not those that you could be a thought partner with. Because being a thought partner is not about you venting. It is not about you clearing. It's not about you talking about your frustration, okay? Being a thought partner does these things. Let me read y'all what the actual definition of a thought partner is, okay? A thought partner challenges your thinking, causes you to modify or change your paradigms, assumptions, and actions. They also have information or a way of thinking that provokes you to innovate or otherwise shift, okay, your way of thinking. All right? Now, I see somebody said, your BFF ain't it, okay? If your BFF is not able to go with you to the deepness of things, to depth in things with you and think through it and challenge your assumptions and shift your paradigms, okay, and question the assumptions that you've been holding, all right, and the actions that you've been taking, if they don't have information that they can share with you that can provoke innovation, all right, your BFF is not your thought partner. And guess what? That's okay, all right? That's okay. But you need to get a thought partner when things get messy. I've been in grad school, hallelujah. I've been in grad school for some years now. One of the things that I've learned about myself in grad school is about writing, okay? I can talk out an idea much faster than I can write out an idea, okay? And so what I had to learn how to do was get a group of people together in grad school and just think about a whole bunch of stuff. And while we were having these think out loud sessions or these think sessions, whatever, I was taking notes about concepts for papers that I could write. It's the same thing. Someone who can partner with you and think through this stuff that you can just have some unstructured time with to think about some things. Because it's very easy when you get in the middle of that messiness as you're pursuing your dream, it becomes very, very easy for you to just keep having the same conversations over and over and over with people who are confirming your doubts, people who are confirming your disbelief, okay? You need to shake yourself out of that, and you need to find you someone who can, what does it say again? Challenge your thinking, all right? Find someone that you can talk to who understands where you're trying to go, and make sure that they're able to cause you to modify or change your paradigms, your assumptions, and your actions, okay? You should be looking for someone who has information, all right? Who has real information that can help you help provoke innovation in you. All right? And so when you get in that foggy brain place or that place where you can't really think because it's messy in the middle, you should be looking for someone who can be a thought partner with you. Okay? You should be looking for someone who could be a thought partner with you. And it just so happens that I am indeed a thought partner. So please make sure that you go to my Instagram page at Fran_me_world. Click on the link in the bio. Click the link that says 12-minute leap and sign up for your 12-minute free consultation so that we can figure out how to partner together in thought and get you from idea to launch in your wildest dreams. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick recap. So what do you do when you get in the middle of chasing your dream and things look messy? Things look crazy. This isn't what I pictured. This isn't fun no more. I'm scared. I'm tired. I'm broke. Okay. What about that? All right. What happens when you get in the middle? I gave you 4 things. So let me recap the 4 things. The first thing you should do is remember why you got started. Remember why you got started, and then do an honest assessment if you need to make an adjustment to the methodologies that you're using in order to reach the end that you would like. So we're not necessarily doing an analysis or an assessment of if the dream is important. We've already settled that, okay? Messiness, all right, should not cause you to doubt the dream. If messiness is causing you to doubt the dream, I'm questioning whether or not that's the real vision and dream. That's the thing that you should be focused on. So nothing should be able to shake that. That should be unshakable at its core. Now, whether or not you need to make an adjustment to the ways that you were trying to get there, that's the thing. All right. So the first thing you want to do is remember why you started, and then be honest in your assessment about adjustments that might need to be made in your methodology for getting there. All right. Number 2, you want to determine what needs to happen now, what needs to happen next, and what can happen later. Okay? You need to determine what needs to happen now, what needs to happen next, and what needs to happen later. Okay? Prioritizing is key. When you're in the middle of the mess as you're pursuing your dream, prioritizing, the ability to correctly prioritize and handle competing demands is key. All right. Number 3, keep the main thing the main thing. Okay. Taking on too many projects in hopes that these little projects will help springboard you over here. Meanwhile, they're eating up a whole lot of time. And now the main thing is no longer the main thing because you've gotten distracted by a whole bunch of nice stuff. Okay. So if I were to use an example, and not to get too, whatever, but if I were to use an example right now in our society, Black folks are asking for the main thing, all right? We are asking for equity. We're asking for racial equity. We're asking for racial justice. We're asking for these things, all right? That's the main thing. What does greater American society keep trying to give us every week? Paid time off for Juneteenth. Thanks, but still not what I asked for, okay? We taking down statues. Thanks. Nice platitude. Not what I asked for. Okay. Everybody want to send out an email, let you know they on your side. Thank you. Again, but it's not the main thing. Okay. And so if we're not careful on a pathway to becoming the person who can make our wildest dreams come true, we can get distracted with a lot of the platitudes, a lot of the nice things. All right. I heard it said the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Okay, so what does that mean? The road to not your wildest dreams can be paved with good intentions. You can have all the great intentions in the world, but if you don't keep the main thing, you will never get there. You'll never see it. Okay, so keep the main thing. Every action that you take when you're in that messy part of this journey should be mission aligned. If it does not directly align with the mission, we're not focusing on it when we get in that messy part. We need to save all of our energy for the fight to get to the main thing. All right. And then the 4th thing that you need to do when you're on your journey to becoming the person who can make your wildest dreams come true and things get a little messy, you need to get you a thought partner. Let me define thought partner one more time for you. A thought partner is someone who challenges your thinking, causes you to modify or change your paradigms, assumptions, and your actions. They have information or a way of thinking that provokes you to innovate or otherwise question what you have believed in the past. Okay? You need to get you a thought partner. Okay? Because sometimes your brain is a muscle. Your brain is a muscle if you didn't know that. Your brain is a muscle. Muscles get tired. And sometimes you need someone to be a thought partner with you to help take up the slack when your brain gets overwhelmed. I have friends that call me all the time just to talk about stuff, just to think about things. Okay? And I have other people who like to have me be a thought partner who are not my friends. And so if you're interested in me helping you think through a process, or if you need some help thinking through what your wildest dreams are going to be, make sure you go to my Instagram page at Fran_me_world on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. Click the link that says 12-minute leap. and register for your 12-minute leap free consultation so that we can get that done for you. That's all I have for y'all this week. I really appreciate y'all stopping by. Thank you for joining me each and every week. I'll be here every Wednesday. Unless I'm on vacation. I'm just on vacation, so you don't got to worry about that no more. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I will be here, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to bring a friend so we can all be friends. I'll hang out for a couple more minutes. I think I got about 8 more minutes. Y'all know I like to keep this at about 30 minutes, so I got about 8 minutes. If you have questions, if you want to chit chat in the chat box, hit me up. I'm here for you. If not, until the next time, if no one has ever told you today, this week, this month, or this lifetime, allow me to be the first to let you know and affirm for you that you are whole, that you are perfect, and that you are complete. And everything you need to make your wildest dreams come true is already on the inside of you, and I cannot wait to see it happen. I cannot wait to see it manifest so that I can celebrate with you. As a matter of fact, I'm celebrating with you right now because I know you're going to do the work to make it happen. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to experience it with you. Y'all be great. Have an amazing week. I'll hang out for a few more seconds. Peace, y'all.